Hi y'all, it's me. I'm super excited to share with you something I came up with when my mind was being pretty creative. I searched all around YouTube to see if I could find anything like it that someone may have done prior to me, but I didn't see anything, so I'm guessing maybe I might be the first one to come up with it. I'm not sure. But anyhow, I have a twist on making rosettes. I love making them, but I struggled, so I sold mine. But anyway, the other part of a rosette for me is I like having multiple colors, but I don't necessarily like having them layered where they're so thick, width-wise, like, being thick. So I came up with these, and these are not decorated because I just want to show you them first. I came up with this double layer, and as you can see, it's very thin. It's still the thin layer, so you get the advantage of both colors, but you get just a thinner one. There's another. And then I thought, well, heck, if I could do it with two colors, why not do it with three? So I came up with this, and that's the three-colored one. Really pretty. And then I did it in another color scheme. I happened to be working with Halloween stuff at the moment, but I did another color scheme just so you could see how it looks in a different color scheme. So that's the light blue, gold, and pink. Really cute. So I'm going to show you how to make these, and I'm also going to show you another variation on my first variation, but I'm going to also show you the ones that I did create that I decorated. So these are going to be featuring this die set right here that I got from AliExpress. It's a Halloween set, and I thought it was super cute. So this is the first one that I created, and I think it's just darling with the little ghost, and I used the gold paper from Michaels and then gold and black crepe paper. That's all that's on there, and again, you can see the profile is very low. It's just a single layer, but you get the benefit of two colors on the rosette. This is another one I did with the die, and this one says boo, and I used a scallop circle behind the boo, and then the orange and black crepe paper. Then I have this one here, which this one is a 3-layer color. It's got the black, the gold, and the orange, and it's got that spider web die on the top there. So super cute, and again you can see just a low profile. It's not anything major. And then the last one I did, and this will happen if you don't make gathering stitches that are too close together. If you spread them out, you'll get a wider pleat. So this is using the pumpkin right there, and gold, black, and orange. And actually I did fold this paper a little differently, which I'll show you that in just a minute. So those are the samples. Now I want to show you how I came up with this idea. So I took a regular strip of crepe paper like this, and I folded it in half. That's my first color, which will be the inside color. Then I took another strip that was equally as long, and for my rosettes, for the little one that I did here, I use about a 12, for this size 12-inch strip. So I took another piece that was 12 inches of gold crepe paper, and then as you see on the back of this one, I folded it, but I didn't fold it half. I folded it like a third down at the bottom there, or maybe a fourth, I'm not sure. That'll all depend on how much you want this color to show once you put them together. And by putting them together, this is what I mean. You're simply going to open up this crepe paper fold that you did, and you're going to lay the gold with the folded side together. So now it becomes this right here. Now because of the way I folded the gold, that's how much of it will show. If I wanted more of it to show, I'd fold down lower than, just 1/8 of an inch maybe. But again, that depends on how you want the color to show. Now if you're adding a third color, because you don't necessarily, and I don't have it with me, I should have had it with me. If you're adding a third color, you're just going to do the same thing. Fold just a tinier amount and stick it in there behind the gold one. So now you're going to have like 2 or 3, depending on how many colors you want to do. You could do a whole bunch, I suppose. It'd just be thicker and thicker to sew. But that's how the layer comes together. Then I took a needle and thread, because again, that's the way I like to do it. And I did a running stitch, which you can see right there at the bottom. That's a running stitch. It's just in and out, in and out, in and out. I do have 2 things to tell you before I show you how to do this. Is I start going from the top down to the back, because when you're done, you want this piece to fold like this, and you want the other end to do the same. So therefore, when you finish your thread on this side, be sure you come out from the top, not in the back. See that right there? From the top. Now, all you have to do from this point, once you get your running stitch, you're going to pull where you knotted, the knotted end. I know you can't see it there, but there's the knotted end. You want to pull that out some, because you want to use this piece of thread to tie, and you also want to pull it from the needle side. And then you're basically going to do a double knot. And again, how tight you tie this, and I'm going to just kind of do a loose one here to show you. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but when you pull it tight, the tighter you pull it, the more nice and tight the pleats will come out, like that. The last thing I did to mine on the back was I put a circle, and then where the 2 ends came together, see how they both folded backward? They're not facing outward, so I just put a little bit of glue on this edge and push them together. That way it's continuous and it doesn't look like they were put together. So you just double knot and double knot. I would do it a couple times. Make sure that you come out with your thread to the back, because you don't want to see it on the front. And then you just trim it down, and you don't even see it. By the time you cover it up with the circle, you don't even notice that it's there. So that's how I did the double, triple colors. Now I tried it another way just because I was curious to see if it would work. And let me show you how I did this one. So I took 3 layers of crepe paper right here, the black being the widest. Then I cut down the orange a little, and then I cut down the black a little. What I suggest to do is when you're going to cut your paper, your crepe paper, to get a pretty good even cut, is you take your strip of crepe paper and you want to fold it and fold it like that. Fold it, and then you're going to put it in your trimmer. Now I have really good luck with this trimmer. It's not my everyday trimmer, but I found this to work well. And then you're just going to put it down in your trimmer like this, however short you want to cut it, and then just run it, and it cuts without fraying the edges, which is nice. So that's how I made the smaller pieces. Then what I did was I used this tape. What do you call a double tape? This one here. I used this, and I put a strip down between the orange and the black layer to keep it centered, and then I put a strip behind this black layer to keep it centered on the orange. Did the same thing with needle and thread, ran it across the bottom, and then gathered it the same way. And this is the effect that I came out with, which I really like it actually. It looks really pretty. The only thing is, however, with this particular rosette, if you're going to put something over the center, it's going to cover up that inner layer. So you're just going to see what's out here. You're not going to see the colors in the center there. So there you go. That is my idea for you. I hope that you give these rosettes a try. They're beautiful. I can't imagine doing them for Christmas, how the Christmas ones are going to come out with the reds and the greens and the whatever colors you're using for Christmas. If you were interested in knowing, I got this gold streamer on Amazon. You can just search gold streamer and it'll come up, I'm pretty sure. And so anyway, that's my project and tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, do what makes you happy. Bye for now.